What is going on, everybody? And welcome in. It's Monday, Overreaction Monday here on Lineman Live. Appreciate you guys for being in here with us. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already done so. I am Uche, Nwaneri, your observant lineman, and this is my co-host, JB Justin Blaylock.
What's going on, folks?
And it was a wild weekend in the NFL. Wild games, a lot of crazy finishes, a lot of questions being asked. You have teams getting completely shut out and scoring no points. You have teams scoring 28 points in a quarter. You have all kinds of pandemonium. This team is supposed to do this, and now they're doing that. This team is supposed to do that, and now they're doing this. And we're going to get into all of it. We're going to get into every bit of it here in the NFL. And, you know, just kind of some of the kind of blowover stories that have come to pass since the end of week 2. You have Justin Fields, starting quarterback for the Bears, making some interesting comments about how they perceive the games and how they feel about these games compared to their fans. We'll get into that in a second. Also, a very bizarre scene at Arizona State with Herm Edwards that we're going to get into as well. And holy inconsistency, Batman. The NFL shows us once again why we just have no reason to trust in any decision-making and disciplinary actions that they decide on with players, as one player who is very important to his team has been suspended, and we'll get into the details of that as well. But first off, let's start with some of the week 2 scores, or one week 2 score that I want to get into specifically.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Them Jaguars.
I mean, we both could, toot our horns this week.
I mean, look, I said it here last Wednesday. I said my Jags ain't losing in Duval against the Colts. You all chose against me. You all were against my greater wisdom. And here we are, Monday, September 19th, 2022. And I stand victorious in my assessment of the Colts and Jaguars game. The Colts come into Jacksonville looking to right the ship after a tie against the Texans. Well, you shall find no quarter here. The Jags have shut the Colts out 3 times since 2017. 3 times, ladies and gentlemen. 2017, 27-0, 2018, 6-0, and in 2022, 24-0.
Real barn burner in the middle there.
And I'm willing to bet you all the that one's a barn burner right there. That's just 3 and outs everywhere.
Oh Lord.
My Jaguars get it done. Great rushing effort from James Robinson. Trevor Lawrence showing that spark, showing the progress that we've been looking to see. Obviously, again, you're not gonna fault the guy for what happened last season. He had the worst possible situation to deal with the worst ever head coach in the history of the NFL.
That was all-time bad.
All-time bad. You just got to watch that season and say, you know what? We're not going to hold that against you as a fan, as a former player, anybody. You're not going to hold that season against him. He had an atrocious coaching staff, an ill-equipped roster, but now you have actual guidance, you have leadership. And yeah, they were a little bit shaky in week 1, but in week 2, that's the week you bounce back. You clean up a lot of the sloppiness. You tighten up the game plan, and you focus on the things that your team does best, and you try to use those as the tempo setters for your next matchup. And that's exactly what we did, because the defense played lights out. In the NFL last year, the Jaguars defense was tied for, I believe, 32nd in the NFL in turnovers.
Ooh.
And here we are at the start of the 2022 year, and the Jaguars defense is tied for number 1 in the NFL in turnovers with 5 takeaways in 2 games. I believe we have a 6 picks in there, a pick 6 in there as well. Not exactly sure. But this was a team that came out prepared to play a game, prepared to play from whistle to whistle. And the other team wasn't, because you don't come out. It's hard to not score any points. That's a hard thing to do.
That is tough to do. I can't even lie. Not even
that means you didn't get in field goal range, which means you weren't even ever in the red zone.
Like, you just didn't even come to the office.
You just wasn't ready to play. And that's what it, and look, if you watched, Jim Irsay had a pretty interesting pregame meal where he had all these little tokens set out for, his Colts players, and him and his wife or whoever it was he was sitting with at the table had a plate with "Go Colts Go" written on it with a little icing pin or whatever it is. Just showing out before we even get to the game.
Yeah.
Just the same way that last year he was like, "Come on, man. I mean, no disrespect to Jacksonville, but it's the Jaguars. They're the worst team in the NFL. How we lose to them? How we lose to those boys? So we can't go to playoffs. What's going on with us? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and just fire Carson Wentz." Maybe it wasn't Carson Wentz. Because it happened even worse for Matt Ryan. And I'm telling you, I won't argue that Matt Ryan is still a better quarterback than Carson Wentz 20 years in.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would argue that. But yesterday, maybe he gave him a run for his money.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So
hold on. Your favorite player just left the game.
Oh, what happened?
Taylor Lewan, knee injury.
Oh, yeah. We do have 2 Monday night games going on tonight.
Yeah, Monday night doubleheader.
For those of y'all. Yeah, we got a doubleheader this week. Taylor Lewan is a bum. Hope he's not hurt seriously so I can see some more of him getting demolished by safeties on film. We'll never forget how Buda Baker used a 1-arm fucking bull rush and put him on his back. How garbage are you?
That's pretty rough.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I ain't never had a DB rush against me. I mean, look, if I saw a DB coming to rush me, I'm like, hell yeah.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Free play right here.
This is a free play. I'm not gonna have to waste a lot of energy. As soon as I lay my hands on that cat's chest, I will lift him in the air and double dive him into the ground. That's what I'm going to do to a defensive back. Buda Baker just comes running in like fucking Spider-Man and just, and Taylor Lewan goes rolling into the back of Ryan Tannehill's ankles like he's just like he's a roly-poly. My God. But yeah, hope he's not hurt
okay.
Seriously, but
I mean, we don't want to see him
like okay, but fuck him.
Like really injured.
Yeah. So,
sorry, I just had to bring that to
you.
I had to bring that to your attention. I knew it was too good
because you knew I'd love it. Mm-hmm. That's some good cooking right there. So, the Jaguars continue the streak since I believe my last year in Jacksonville. That's how long it's been.
Wow.
Actually, no, it's been longer than that because they didn't beat us that year in Jacksonville. We beat them. And then, since 2013, I believe, or I guess it would be 2012 season, the Colts have not beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville. So add another notch to 2014. Okay, so it was the year after I left.
Wow, that's impressive.
That's the last time they won in Jacksonville. That's 8 years ago, folks. 8 years, 8 seasons. It's been 8 seasons.
It's not like either team's been world beaters.
It's not like we've been in the play. We only been in the playoffs one time in that whole streak.
Oh wow! Okay, good for you guys.
But Just one of those scores that I had to lead off with as a former Jag. Just got to show love to the hometown team, to the home team in Duval. Hope everybody there is enjoying their Victory Monday, because that's what it is, a Victory Monday. We got a super chat here from Flamebo123 for $4.99. He says, while you're in the NFL, what did other players think of the Packers as an organization / free agency destination? Well, I mean, we had Aaron Campman came to Jacksonville from Green Bay. He was with us for a year, blew his knee out, and then he retired after that. Honestly, I mean, Green Bay is never – I don't think anybody has Green Bay as like a destination they want to go play for. I'll be honest. I don't think that cats are like, I want to go to Green Bay. They may say, I want to go to Green Bay. I want to play with Aaron Rodgers. But I don't think they're saying, I want to go live and play in Green Bay, Wisconsin for the foreseeable future.
Right.
Unless they know that, that's nuts. You get drafted to Green Bay. You don't just pick to go there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we never had those type of conversations. But, I mean, even just going up there to play, cats are like, how quick can we get the fuck out of here?
Do we have to stay in town on Monday nights or Tuesday?
I mean, first of all, I don't know about you guys, but we'd stay like an hour away and like have the drive all the way in, the morning of the game.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I think we played up there 2 or 3 times, and we'd always stay.
I played there twice.
I can't remember the name of the little town we stayed in, but wherever the Shula Steakhouse is, that's all I fucking remember.
Okay. See, I remember you know what? I don't remember where we stayed when we played Green Bay. I just remember the bus ride in, which wasn't an hour long. It was probably like 20 minutes long, 25 minutes. But that last 5 minutes, when you're just driving through some random neighborhood.
There's no way.
You're like, there's no way there's stadiums here. I was like, wait. There's no way that their stadium is. This is a residential neighborhood. What's going on? And then all of a sudden,
like a fucking
opens
cathedral.
Up. There's Lambeau. I'm like, huh?
It's like, okay, this is kind of neat, but then it wore off in about 3 minutes.
Yeah. It was like, oh wow, this is like this is almost spiritual.
Yeah, I know how Rudy's
come out of that neighborhood and it's just a big wide opening.
Yeah, I know how Rudy's dad felt when he saw Notre Dame Stadium for the first time. But yeah, that shit wears off super fast.
Yeah, it wore off quick.
When you get down to that fucking locker room
and see them facilities, you're like, Jesus. God damn.
This is where they're keeping us?
Y'all couldn't even update the lockers? Shit. Update this shit. This shit ain't even, it's just.
Like, this is Bart Starr's actual locker.
For real.
There's still plays that Vince Lombardi drew on the chalkboard. It was kind of weird. It was like, nah. This is like going back in time. Lambeau's locker room and at the time, Oakland's. Oh my God. All the Cali teams were terrible when we were playing.
All of them. All of the California teams' stadiums, as far as their facilities for away teams, were just god awful. It's like, y'all haven't touched these. Y'all ain't touched these locker rooms since y'all built this stadium, huh? I mean, we don't flush toilets like this anymore.
Wow. We got to go into the latrines.
Yeah, this is not how we handle this is not how we handle the washrooms of professional sports football teams.
It's America, Jack.
But
we got standards here.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, there's got to break code somehow. I can smell weed from here. There's got to break code somehow. In the facilities in Oakland, why can I smell weed right now?
Catching the contact.
Who's smoking in here
before the game?
You know what I mean? Who's smoking in here?
Y'all cannot test me after this game.
But that's the AFC South in a nutshell right now. The AFC South is controlled by the Jaguars. I think we're number 1. Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone else lost again.
Buddy.
Everybody lost again. We're the best
Texans.
team in the AFC South, baby. I told y'all we getting it this year.
Well, I guess if Tennessee finds a way to win tonight, y'all be tied. But yeah, y'all are,
we'll
for
see.
the moment, y'all are first.
Who are they playing? They're playing the Bills, right?
Bills. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're not gonna survive.
Probably not gonna. Just lost their left tackle, so Von Miller's finna butt fuck somebody.
Von Miller gonna be going crazy. He's gonna be going crazy, I tell you. All right, yeah. So we're at the top of the division in the AFC South now. Let's talk about Justin Fields for a second. I think our audience will appreciate this because it brings up some points and something somewhat of a cooler talk for us to have here for a moment. Justin Fields, and this is coming from Barstool Sports. This is a video that they posted earlier today. Justin Fields was asked about just his feelings on their loss. They had a somewhat controversial loss to the Packers, even though I didn't really believe they were going to win it to begin with, but they ended up losing, and they asked him about his feelings on it. And this is the clip. Now again, this isn't great context to maybe understand what he's saying, but this is not something that this is a common question asked amongst, I'm sure, quarterbacks in post-game interviews. And, this is his response and how he feels like the city or the fans are, how they're being put through this reconstruction of the Bears and this difficult loss to the Packers. How does it make you feel? And how do you think the fans feel? And this is his thoughts. Man, fuck them fans.
Basically.
Here we go.
I mean, it hurts more in the locker room than the Bears fans. Because at the end of the day, they're not putting in any work. I see the guys in the locker room every day. I see how much work they put in. So,
one more time.
It hurts more in the locker room than the Bears fans. Because at the end of the day, they're not putting in any work. I see the guys in the locker room every day. I see how much work they put in. So,
and there's been a little conversation about this, and of course, in our reactionary world that we live in today, there are people out there who are going to say, "Oh my God, he's attacking the fans. He's attacking the fan base.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here. Fire him. Get rid of him. I'll never come to another Bears game again. I'm no longer a Bears fan." Yada, 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 yada.
Next week, right back in the same seats.
You know what I mean? There's people who are gonna be shitty about what he said because he's saying something that if you understand, if you understand anything about a team environment or a team settings, the amount that a person has to buy in and has to be in sync with their teammates for things to work well, it's a very high pressure situation to be in. Now, he's not saying that the fans ain't worth nothing, which, hey, if you're still a Bears fan in 2022,
you
put in some work.
You've been through some shit.
Okay, we'll give you that. But this is a guy who's going kind of, off the cuff with his response. He's kind of, he's a young guy just laying it out there, and he's the quarterback. He has to kind of stand up for his team when, there's any kind of inquiry about what a loss means, and how it's going to affect this team.
And they've been eating that shit sandwich for about 2 years now. Or, he has.
Yeah, and he's been, and
you can tell. Just look at his face. That shit's beating him down.
Look at his demeanor. His demeanor. Look at that.
That's not the face of a proud man.
This dude isn't standing straight up. Look at his neck. His neck is hanging to the side ever so slightly. That's because he's tired of hearing this shit when he comes to the podium to talk about games on a weekly basis.
Not these motherfuckers again.
He's trying to do his best to be straightforward. And again, as a young player, he's probably going to, talk a little bit. He's probably going to be a little bit, a little bit hostile, slightly hostile, not passive aggressive, let me say, about how he responds to this. And look, I've had similar question asked to me before in the locker room about, fans are really, fans, and let me tell you, it's never good when they're like, hey, So, the fans kind of booed the offense there.
Like, I'd probably boo me
the
too.
offense there. A couple drives. You guys went 3 and out. Like, you had 2 first downs in the first half. What do you say to that? I say, you know what? Yeah, hey, I say, hey, I don't call the plays.
Yeah. I know my man wouldn't get them damn tackles.
That's what I wanted to say. One time I said, shit, hey, man, I locked my dude down. I don't know about nothing else. All I did was my job.
None of that other shit is in my job description.
Ain't none of that other shit up to me.
I don't throw. I don't catch. I don't run.
All I do is block, cuz. And I block the shit out of my guy every time. No mental errors.
Oh.
But, I think that he's right in what he's saying. Like, fans, look, you're mad on Sunday night. You get drunk. By Monday morning, you talk about it with your friends at work and talk shit or whatever. And by Tuesday, you're moving on. You're looking to see what's, how much you're going to bet on your parlay that you're going to fuck off, thinking that they're going to win next week. And you'll be right. This is going to be a cycle of destruction. It's probably not going to end for 18 weeks. So, it's
and there goes Junior's college money.
Those are yeah. But that's a decision you made. That's what you made. Nobody's paying you to, critique the team. You're not getting paid by the team. Now, these guys, they are being paid to be professionals. So the last thing they want to hear is someone who is not a professional in their field telling them what they are or aren't supposed to be doing or how they should or shouldn't feel about a win or a loss. This is their livelihood, not yours. Now, I think that, yes, to a degree, fans do have a right to boo. Fans do have a right to talk shit because, hey, you're a fan. You support us. You come to the games. You want to see us win. You want to be successful. You want all these things. Yes, we understand that. But you can't get your ass on this field and do what I'm doing.
You damn sure can't do that. But you pay good money.
Within reason.
Yeah, you pay. Heckle if, things aren't going well. That's cool. But, keep everything on your side of that damn, of that rail.
Yeah. Stay on your side of the railing.
So, like, we saw dude slap Kyler Murray or whatever.
We got that. Let me pull that up real quick.
We don't got time for that.
You know what? I looked at that and he didn't slap Kyler Murray. He tried to like pat this dude on his on his pad. He tried to pat his pad like he was and he was behind like 2 people trying to reach to pat his pad.
Oh wow!
And when his hand came down, it just came down.
No, okay, I haven't seen it yet. He was just trying to touch the hem of his garment.
You know what I mean? And look, this is the crazy part about it too. This is the crazy part about it. While we keep moving forward. We don't think the Justin Fields thing is a big deal, and people shouldn't take that as a slight towards fans. It's really not. It's not.
Non-issue.
It's really not.
Like you
non-issue.
Said, he didn't say, "Man, these fans suck." He just said,
he didn't say, "Man, fuck these fans."
It hurts us more, and it should. It does.
Yeah,
you put a lot of fucking work into that product that goes on out there, and when it doesn't come to fruition the way you hope. That shit hurts,
it sucks. Man. It fucking sucks to go through a week of game planning. And it's like, dude, y'all don't even understand. We are in that building for 12 hours on Wednesday.
Yeah.
12 hours on Thursday. And then like 6 hours on Friday. You know what I mean? Like Saturday, 3 hours, coming from meetings, go to a walkthrough. If you got an away game, you get a couple hours to get out and get, go to the crib, get what you need. Come back, jump on the flight. You know what I mean?
Hey, and that's if you're healthy.
Home, and that's if you're healthy. If you hurt, you in treatment in between everything.
Which cats are only healthy usually the first 2-3 weeks if you're a starter.
Yeah. If you're a starter, I mean,
after that, something hurts.
Our training staff knew when they look if I was on the ground and they had to come out on that field to come get my ass because they did that one year. There was a year I hurt my knee and and then my other knee got rolled up. We were playing against the Vikings opening week. Game ended up going into overtime. Wild fucking game. We lost, but we should have won. We were up like 10 points and with like a couple minutes left. But dude, it was like right before halftime. I got rolled up by fucking the other guard on the other side of the line.
God dang.
And after the game, because they take my ankle up, they're like, "Hey, looks like a sprain." Hey, they get on the plane. We get on the plane after the game. I'm sitting in my chair. My ankle don't hurt that bad. I'm just like, it's whatever. And here comes head trainer. Hey, Uche.
See you at 7.
See you at 6 a.m. tomorrow, right?
Oh, 6. Okay.
I looked at him. I said, "What you mean? What you talking about? We got to take a look at that ankle, make sure it's good." I said, "The ankle's fucking good. I'm here. I'm on the plane. I walked here. I didn't wear no boot."
Oh, shit.
Well, still, just drop in and see us. I said, "Nigga, I'll come see you after I lift weights." You understand? Before we go on the team meeting,
I'll get my extra 45 minutes.
Ain't no way. Yeah, for real. I'm getting my extra sleep, man. Ain't no way you getting me in there at 6:30 in the morning.
That's the worst. Like, don't y'all realize, me getting more sleep will also help this heal faster?
I get better quicker.
More than the fucking little lasers and shit y'all be putting on it nowadays.
Shoot, I'm telling you what. I put my ankle in a bucket of ice when I got to the crib. My shit was throbbing so damn hard. I was like, I ain't going into treatment, though. I ain't going in. Because I never got my ankles taped. I never got my ankles taped my entire career. Didn't wear no knee braces, didn't get my ankles taped. Because I've always, if I feel like my ankle's restricted for movement, it makes me get stiff. I get stiff. So I just hate that feeling of feeling like I'm stiff. I had to have that fluidity. And, it took a lot of ankle sprains to get my ankles to the point where an ankle sprain they don't really hurt that much no more. It took 1,000 ankle sprains through middle school to college to the league.
Man, I was out there
to just be blocking somebody and my shit roll while I'm blocking them. And I just have to keep down and be like, "I'm good.
It's still there.
I'm good. It's still there. It hurts a little bit, but I'm all right."
I was out there like RoboCop, had everything on.
You know what I mean?
I was out there like Buddy from Little Giants.
You know what I mean? Come on now. Come on, buddy.
The knee braces, ankle tape, tape my wrists up. Hey, I mean everything. If you could tape it, I did it.
So we got this thing in slow motion here. Let's just look at this Kyler Murray thing real quick because it's in slow motion, but it's I don't think it's a slap at all. So let's see here. Hold on.
Oh, I can
see right there.
Oh, okay. I retract everything I said about it.
This is our guy right here. He's behind. Look at this. He's behind him. He's like, "Yeah!" Got his hand up here.
He has no idea what he's hitting.
Pads.
Yeah, he got no idea what he's doing.
Nothing. And he's drunk too.
Drunk as fuck.
He's like, "Ah!"
And probably still ain't watched that hand either.
Hey, look.
He got Buddy worse than Kyler.
He got Buddy with the hat too. He's like, "Yeah, but look, hey," and he had to do a double take. Look at him. He's like,
what?
He's like, hold up, what the, hold up. He's like, hold up. Look, he's like, "Oh, he's coming back, yeah."
He's gonna sign something.
I love you.
He's gonna sign something.
I love you. He's like, "Wait, what's going on?"
Here, take my wife. Please take my wife.
Even the damn Raiders fans is like, shit, okay. He was looking for somebody to hit.
Hey, I mean, at the end of the day, even if it's like your rival, your fiercest rival, if the cat's right in front of you, you're gonna ask for the autograph. You're gonna, you're gonna dap the guy.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Hey man, you mind signing this for me?
You like to think you're gonna be like, "Oh, fuck you," Even his little ass, no one's gonna really. "Oh, fuck you, Kyler Murray." He's 5'2".
I mean, come on, let's be real. He'd have problems fighting some of these people if he tried to fight. He's a small guy.
Yeah, he's a little man.
But this is crazy. He's like, "Yeah, high five, yeah." Ooh.
I mean, it's a good thing he has all that hair. Like, take some of the blow.
Soften the. No, actually, that was all his face right there.
He got
fingertips.
He got him with that Kevin Hart bum bump.
He got him with the wipe down. He wiped him down.
Yes. Oh, get this man out of here. Wiped him down.
Kyler's like, "Holy shit! Wait, what just happened? Oh,
Hey.
he froze like right here. Like,
He
wait,
didn't know what to
what?
do. He didn't know what to do.
He started turning. He said, nah. He said, you know what? Nah, fuck that.
Hey, on a regular person, that's
Fuck
as great
this.
as their chest. You know, if that's a regular sized quarterback, that's like hitting the V of their neck.
Yeah. So, that was what happened. That was what happened. I don't think that I don't think there was anything, the guy didn't mean to like slap him. He just ended up slapping him. I mean, and I can understand Kyler being a little bit miffed about it at the beginning, but now they got a fucking like cops investigating this thing, which is kind of crazy. It's like, why? It's like, why do you need the cops investigating this? For what?
They'll probably
For what?
have that guy come in and have him give him a jersey or some shit by the end of the week.
It's
I'm
just,
sure.
again, it's really that it's that, is it that serious?
That's
Because it appeared it's a fan who did it to you. It wasn't like it was the opposing team's fans. It was just a fan who just was a little bit too far back to get to your shoulder pads and pat you on the shoulder pad, and he smacked you in the face on accident.
that might have been the hardest guy hit all night because he was running away from everyone else.
Oh yeah, he was running the whole time. But let's turn it over to this bizarre situation that I've never seen anything like this in my time as a player. And Justin, you've actually made me aware of this particular situation. Herm Edwards.
Ooh.
Herm Edwards, as crazy as this shit sounds, my guy was fired on the field after losing
Just like the
to
cake.
some garbage ass team as Arizona State's head coach. Arizona State's actually that's my cousin's alma mater. He played in the NBA, Ike Diagu.
Okay.
But I mean, this is a bizarre situation. Let's look at it. It's a short clip,
Yeah.
and then we'll get into it. And I'll let you give me your thoughts on it to start, JB, and then we'll go from there. All right, so let's take a look at this. This was weird. I'm not sure if you can even make out what they're saying, but I've never seen this happen before. It doesn't matter how bad a coach is, you kind of like, this is not something that you expect to see.
And we've been around some bad coaches.
Yeah, I've been around some bad coaches. He's like, these motherfuckers suck. What you want me to do?
Oh man. You see what I'm working with? Don't touch me, motherfucker. Yo, smile on my face and ease the knife in.
So apparently that was him getting, and look, this was tweeted by John Tweet Sports. Herm Edwards was met by the ASU president and AD on the way off the field. I've heard of getting tarmacked, but I think Herm is the first coach I've ever seen get end zoned.
Now, that is not unheard of. Getting fired on the plane. You have a bad road loss.
In the locker room, even after the game, like in the on the visiting locker.
But you gonna fire me? You gonna fire me in front of my wife and everything? Like, come on, dog. There's fucking protocol to this shit. Be a professional. While the kids are not professionals at the college level, the coaches are. There's certain levels of decorum that are expected, especially for someone with a pedigree like Herm Edwards.
NFL pedigree.
Yeah.
NFL pedigree.
And I thought
player, coach,
yeah,
multiple team head coach.
Yeah. A great record everywhere he went, except here. But it was still a winning record.
And the Jets were
shaky.
Jets were shaky. He was solid with the Chiefs for a while.
But still, I've seen much worse coaches get canned. I mean, hell, Scott Frost didn't get it this bad.
Hey, if there's anybody, and you know what? And okay, so that's a great point to make right there, right? Because Scott Frost, I would say, as far as expectations are concerned, and expectations and comparing the result, I mean, who deserved to be fired in the back of the end zone more? Herm Edwards, who has tried to, guide a somewhat, probably a more severely below average football program for a longer period of time. The Arizona State Sun Devils have not been considered a football power since what?
Ever?
Fucking Pat Tillman days? Wasn't Pat Tillman with the Sun Devils?
Yeah, he was there.
Since Pat Tillman, and even then, I don't think they were a power or nothing.
It was
they were just a team.
I think Jake Plummer was pretty good. They were pretty good with him, but it's not a football school. Let's face it. At least
this isn't even a mid-tier football
Yeah.
D1 program in terms of wins, in terms of competitiveness. No, Arizona is a mid-tier football program, but not Arizona State. Arizona State is like
prestige.
The second-rate Arizona college, and you look at the difference between that and Nebraska. This is a traditional powerhouse. I'm talking about the creators of what we would have called, the option run game. That was them. They made it what it was. I mean, hell, virtually every high school in the South, in the Southwest, that's all they use is Nebraska's offense. Read option, triple option, wishbone option, everything.
Yeah, we ran triple
Wing
option,
all of it.
That's probably a top 10 program all time.
Yes. Nebraska all time is a top 10 college football powerhouse. They have multiple national championships, countless Big 12 championships. And I can point to you the exact date and time when Nebraska's football program would never be the same. And that was the 2002 national championship game against those Miami Hurricanes. From that moment forward, Nebraska has been nothing but a shell of itself, and hardly even that. Eric Crouch's last year in Nebraska was the last time Nebraska was any goddamn good, period. And that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, they've been trying to do all this spread offense and try to, modernize things.
They don't have a fucking clue. You know why? Because nobody wants to go to fucking Nebraska to play football. You know what's become important to players just as much as the team is the environment that they get to live in. And you tell me any player who's worth their salt as a top prospect in college football that wants to go to Lincoln, Nebraska to play football.
You can get a couple linemen.
You can get some of the old linemen to go.
You ain't getting no skill positions.
Nah, we good. We good.
It's got to be like, this last chance for a skill position player.
It's not because Nebraska hasn't been winning. It's because it's Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yep.
Do I need to say anything else?
I can go to sunny South California. I can go to anywhere and have just as much success as they're having now.
Man, Sue, nobody gave a shit about Sue before he went to Nebraska. And it wasn't because he was at Nebraska that he was popular. It's because he probably did some corny ass fucking cheap shit that made him a name. They're talking about people fear him because he's so strong. And no, they fear him because he tries to kick motherfuckers in their shit while they're on the ground.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. At Nebraska, I should say. Obviously, I remember him playing against him. He was, I think he might have been a true freshman my senior year. We played them up there in like -7 degree weather. Oh my God. But he was just, I think he was like the depth at that point. He might have been a freshman, just a redshirt freshman or something.
He was a guy when you played him.
Yeah, he just came in at the end of the game and was just trying to run cats over. Nothing really changed 20 years later.
Nothing changed. Hey, I tell you what. You know when I played Sue? When he was in Detroit. You know what I did to Sue? I handed him his worst game of his season, statistically and performance-wise. He graded out the lowest of all games that season against me. He had the lowest amount of stats against me. He didn't get a pressure, a hit, a sack. Only thing he did was get half a tackle on the running back in the second quarter.
And probably some dumbass penalty.
No, you know what? He didn't. But I was ready. You know, I already told my O-line coach. I told him on Thursday. I said, look.
Hey,
he said,
be
don't
ready.
be taking no shit.
Be
said,
ready.
Don't take no shit. I said, hey, I said, you telling me not to take no shit? He said, don't take no shit from this guy. Who? He's just a regular fucking guy like all of us. So don't take no shit from him. I said, all right, cool. Because if he tries some shit, I'm getting kicked out the game. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Because I'm gonna fight him. Because he ain't gonna test me on the field. If he tests me, we gonna fight.
Right.
And I'm putting the hood on that. You know what I mean? Like,
let him know.
So I was like, so hey, I looked at my backup, like, hey, so you know, pay attention this week in reps. Might be you out there sooner than you realize. Man. Shoot, I broke this motherfucker down. He didn't. I was surprised he didn't say a word to me. He never said a word to me. He didn't push me. He didn't do nothing aggressive. I was like, okay, so he must have read up. He must have read up because I ain't the one. Because I was over here waiting. I'm talking about I had the boxer wrap on extra tight.
Wow.
Like, let's go. I'm ready for this. Let's go.
You pregame knuck if you buck.
Yeah, I'm over here listening to Ambitions as a rider. I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't want to fuck with me.
Duh.
You know what I mean? Like I was ready to ride on this cat. Woo! So, you know, but again, back to the point of the matter here. Why does this happen to Herm Edwards, but it doesn't happen to somebody like Scott Frost? Because I will say, you know, and I'm not going to put this on race because I don't think that that's what it is. I think that it's the matter, it's the level and the manner of professionalism that is probably more culturally ingrained in a program like Nebraska.
Yeah.
That because you have to save face as a program, you have to save face. You've made a bad decision. You got a terrible head coach. He has completely failed the program, and you've given him, a legitimate chance to show that he can lead this team to some sort of success. And I mean, not only did it not work, you couldn't even get a quarter of the way through the season with this guy. He got 2 games in and 2 humiliating losses later. You had to make a decision because now you got boosters who were involved in this, and they're not going to want nothing to do with this guy.
Right.
So you're going to have to buy out his contract, which means you're going to lose money and get nothing in return because the program doesn't get any kind of notoriety from it. And, you know, it's the end of the rope for him. Now, as Nebraska, it would be even more humiliating if you lost your composure so much as a athletic director and the president of the university that you wait in the end zone for this guy.
Yeah,
you're gonna wait in the end zone? No, that's a terrible look. There'll be too many cameras.
You're right.
It will be talked about and mocked for years.
Best you can hope for is just a note. There could be a note on your.
Somebody just sticks their head in while they're in the shower and hey man, just want to let you know, AD wants to see you.
Run upstairs when you're done.
You know what I mean? Hey, come upstairs and see us before you go in there, all right?
There's something else that was crazy, though, that I didn't know at the time. I had to dig a little bit. The AD used to be his agent when he was a coach.
Oh, shit! Well,
or when he was in the league, I should say.
Now we know how he got the job.
Yeah, yep.
You know how he got the job. And I mean, damn, I would feel sick if my agent was the one firing me. I'd be like, bitch, what I done paid you?
Hey man, I couldn't let him take both of us down.
Yeah, it was either you or both of us. And they're paying me pretty well.
Like, hey man, I negotiated your buyout a little higher, so you should be straight. I mean,
you know what I mean? So
Herm's old. This is probably the end of the road for him.
Yeah, just say, go ahead and just, give it up. You're not going to win the title in anything.
Yeah. I mean, I think they could have, spared him a little bit more dignity than this.
I agree with you there. I think you got to give the man his dignity. He was an longtime NFL head coach. you probably expected a little bit too much in regards to him coming to the college level and just making y'all winners. Because on the college level, it has a lot more to do with recruiting than
you're a figurehead
than anything. He's a figurehead. He's not really
your X's and O's acumen isn't really what being a college head coach is about anymore.
Yes, I mean, it's not. And
who in their late 60s is moving the needle? And Saban, shit, he's old as fuck.
I mean, but Saban has been having success for 20 years now. So
yeah, at this point,
he wasn't the old guy at that time.
The machine is so well oiled, he's not really having
it runs itself. He's the guy that only the top recruits that they're targeting get to see him. You know what I mean?
He's got fucking consultants and analysts that were former head coaches.
Yeah.
League head coaches
he's got
too.
NFL people coming in to consult, to work for, and look, I'm telling you one thing. A college coach would have a very tough time talking to an NFL coach any way he wants to. Because the NFL coach will just look at you and be like, motherfucker, you realize this is amateur football? I watched film on how you guys handled the 2-minute drive last year. No, you ain't gonna talk to me about none of this shit like that. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. And me myself, like I consulted with Purdue for a little bit during the training camp a couple years back. And I mean, their egos are quite sick. Their egos are like, bruh, you never even played pro ball. You didn't even play Division I ball. And you're coaching these old linemen, and I'm giving you gold right now. I'm giving you the secret cheat codes.
But instead,
we have at the pro level that would make your offensive line 10 times your opponents if you teach these guys right. And you're getting salty because you're seeing the techniques I'm giving these guys work. What did you think I was gonna do?
Cat's got
Bring
egos.
some shit that wasn't gonna work.
Cat's egos get in the way of being good so often.
And that's the shame of it. And that's what is such a bigger problem in college. So to do this to a NFL coach who's just coaching in college because he doesn't have another choice, really. You think if Herm Edwards had a choice, he'd be coaching in fucking college, even as a head coach.
I mean, at Arizona State of all places.
At Arizona State of all places.
He probably didn't even know where that shit was.
I mean, definitely didn't know where it was. But you got to give the man more dignity than this. You got to give him more respect than this as a man, first off, but also be a professional. Don't put your dirty laundry out there in the streets for people to just witness it in real time. You go walk this guy, and you can walk him into a janitor's closet at the side of the stadium if you want to.
Anything else?
And be like, look, bro, this shit is over with, okay? It's over.
And now you're going to have to drastically overpay your next coach because who wants to deal with that shit?
Oh, yeah. You're going to have to. I need $5 million.
You just did Herm Edwards
Herm Edwards. This is a guy.
Y'all did him like that? How y'all going to do me?
This is the guy who Herm Edwards has one of the he had one of the greatest. I think he had one of the greatest plays in NFL history he was involved in as a player.
Oh, as a player, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you gonna do him like that? No. You got to pay me $5 million more just so y'all, and just for me to feel comfortable if y'all do me like that.
I need some extra bread for emotional damages.
You know what I mean?
Got me out here in front of my wife and my side joint,
looking all crazy.
Looking like
all
a
right,
dead idiot.
Let's move on. We've been going here for a minute on some of these small stories. One more story here that I thought this is absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe that the NFL allows themselves to look this stupid consistently. Take a look at this, ladies and gents. This is coming from BSO.com, blacksportsonline.com. NFL suspends Chiefs starting linebacker, Willie Gay for 4 games for breaking his baby mama's vacuum cleaner during an argument. Whew, wow. It had to be a Dyson vacuum to warrant such strong suspension.
Wow.
I know it's only 17 games in the season, but it seems off that one guy can get 4 games for breaking a vacuum. Another guy gets 11 with 30 plus women who have accused him of massage misconduct. But that is the NFL for you.
So three vacuums equals how many ever assault charges?
Equals 30 women.
Yeah.
So 10 per woman. I'm sorry. Says a rep for Gay says the footballer was arrested after he broke a vacuum during an argument with the mother of his child. Willie was at his son's house visiting. Max Lepsettler said in a statement Thursday morning. He and the mother got into an argument during which he broke her vacuum. Lepsettler insisted the altercation did not turn physical, adding, no one was touched, nothing happened beyond a broken appliance. She called the cops about it, and they took him in on a misdemeanor destruction of property, less than $1,000. Lepsettler expected a quick resolution to the case, perhaps even as early as Thursday afternoon. Likely just pays a fine and replaces the vacuum. Nothing more. All should be resolved today with no further issues. Gay ended up taking a plea deal in the case. Like, what? A plea deal?
What? How
For
is
what?
That? Yeah. It's already justified. Like, how are you pleading that down?
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Kansas City Chiefs linebacker Willie Gay has agreed to, among other conditions, to take mental health counseling in order to close out his criminal damage case, TMZ Sports has learned. According to the court documents, Gay cut the deal with prosecutors in late June, roughly 6 months after he was arrested for allegedly breaking the vacuum during an argument with the mother of his child. This didn't even make the news.
Like New Year's.
This didn't even make the news.
Wow.
Per the documents, prosecutors agreed to let Gay enter into the diversion program in order to avoid a trial and any further jail time. Oh, my God.
Wait, you can get... I thought they just said it was a misdemeanor.
Any further jail time.
Oh, okay.
Whew. Oh, we got a little video here. Let me pull this video up. Hold on now. We got a little video. Holy shit. You can't be serious. Is this how they treating guys now? Is this what happens? All right. My goodness. Let's see it. Okay, so this was January 20th that this happened. Okay, so it was in the news.
I'm Brad Stevens. Carolyn is off today. We start with developing news involving a Chiefs player.
Wasn't even the starting newscaster reporting this shit. It was the backup.
Willie Gay Jr. was just in court. The linebacker was arrested last night in Overland Park. KCTV5's Leslie Aguilar joins us now from the newsroom to explain what led to Gay's arrest and what happened today in the courtroom. Leslie?
Brad, right now, Willie Gay is out of jail. He was released on a personal recognizance bond this afternoon after spending the night behind bars.
So he had $1,000? Good. That's awesome.
Last night, just after 9:30, when Gay's the mother of his child called 911. He was arrested an hour later and charged with misdemeanor criminal property damage under $1,000. The police report lists a vacuum cleaner, cell phone screen protector, humidifier, and a wall and door frame as the damaged property. Now, Gay's son's mother made an appearance in his virtual bond hearing this afternoon where he pled not guilty. She said the two of them have a 3-month-old son together. Gay posted on Instagram last night a message saying, "All I ever wanted to do was be there for my son," with a heart emoji. The Chiefs have not said whether Gay will be able to play in Sunday's playoff game against the Bills. They have said that the club is aware of the incident. Now, Gay's agent sent a short statement saying that Willie was at his son's house visiting. He and the mother got into an argument, which he broke her vacuum. No one was touched. Nothing happened beyond the broken appliance. Now, the charging document classifies the misdemeanor as a domestic violence offense. Coming up at 5 o'clock, we'll dig into what constitutes as domestic violence and what a local shelter has.
Is that the CDC definition again?
Leslie Aguilar, KCTV 5 News.
You know, it was that was a CDC definition. Yes, so breaking an appliance within 100 feet of your spouse is domestic violence. That is officially official. Wow. So, okay, just, real quick, this guy's getting 4 games for breaking an appliance. I don't know how the NFL is supposed to define where that stands in terms of the personal conduct policy, but I'm assuming, and this is just me before I get into shitting on how the NFL is so terrible at this, I'm assuming that they took the police report and the court documents, which would list it as a domestic violence situation.
And probably
Which
didn't read
that
past
is what they're, that's what, yeah, and that's where they stop in terms of considerations on what the suspension is going to be, which is just obviously bullshit. It's obviously completely missing the point on why the NFL is looked at is so untrustworthy and so ridiculously contradictory in handling any of these things. It just doesn't make sense to me. And, Chiefs fans, hey, that's a 4-game suspension for your boy. Somebody better go, y'all better start a fund for vacuum cleaners just in case he has to go over to his baby mama's house anymore. So you can keep her with a new one. Shoot,
come bearing gifts. Just
you know what I mean? Because hey, at least it was the vacuum cleaner and not her face. Hey, what are we gonna say now? I don't want to get too much into that. It just goes to show you that you got a guy who gambled $1,500 on a game on his own team. He's done for a season. You got a guy who is accused by more than 30 women of being inappropriate during massages. He gets 11 games. He ain't done for the season. You know what I mean? You get a guy who, gets caught with PEDs, he gets 6 games. You get a guy who breaks his baby mama's vacuum cleaner, and he gets 4 games. Where's the consistency in any of this? So we move on. Now, week 2 in the NFL, obviously, and this is the last part of the show, last half of the show that we're getting into here. Week 2 in the NFL, wild finishes, a lot of crazy games going on. We talked about the Jags. Jags-Colts matchup. Miami, another team that had a huge win, coming back from behind. And I'm pulling up here my predictions from last week, and then just showing what the final results were here as we go through real quick. But
see how we did.
Let me see. So on mine, I picked the Chiefs to win here. The Chiefs did pull out the win, obviously. Close win, a very good game. Justin Herbert, holy crap. I told y'all I loved him. I told y'all I've been loving this kid since he was a rookie, since they drafted him, and everything that he, how good he looked even as a rookie. But I just knew that at the end of the day, them boys are hard to beat. They're hard to beat with 15 back there. They're hard to beat.
Yeah, that's
and they're just as good as this team, but it's just something, he has just a little bit more with him. And it's only because it's him. It's him, and for Justin Herbert, it's him as well. He's the reason why they were in that game. He made hella throws. He took a beating. That offensive line didn't give him
ribs
shit.
Or something?
Broken ribs. You know what I mean?
Still in there slinging the thing.
So Chiefs end up pulling it out. Steelers and Patriots didn't expect this shit, Pittsburgh, but y'all have y'all let that one slip. They lose at home to the Patriots. Yep. The Jags, we talked about that. 24-0, dusted these fucking bums, the Colts. Another game that this is the NFL, right? Any given Sunday. Given Sunday, anything can happen.
But Cleveland threw this one away with some clock management issues.
Bad clock management,
which comes down to the Jets coaches.
Yes. Anytime that you have bad clock management, ladies and gentlemen, that is a coach problem that the coaches take the blame squarely, or should take the blame squarely on their shoulders for that. This game here was a surprise. As I watched this happen in real time, I was pleasantly surprised. I picked the Dolphins. Okay, let me come out and say that first. 5 points. You're an entry. I picked the Dolphins. You picked the Dolphins with me.
I think so. Yeah.
We picked the Dolphins to beat Baltimore, and Baltimore. Look, it was 28-7.
For 36 minutes, whatever, it looked like it was going to be, Oh, look at these bums. But
And
then,
you know what? Tua said, "It's Tua time."
hold my beer
and hold my Hawaiian punch.
yeah.
This motherfucker, 6 touchdowns on Tua Tagovailoa. 6 touchdowns. You believe him now? Do you believe in him now? He has
Stop playing with my name.
stellar receivers who are. I'm telling you, this might be the most dangerous team in the AFC when it's all said and done. They could be. If there's one team that could stop these boys from getting where they want to get, it can be them. And they can stop them from getting where they want to get too. That's how good this team is looking. Their defense was shaky in the first half against them Baltimore Ravens, but how many points did they give up in the second half?
Shit, it wasn't
10.
many.
I think they gave up 10 points in the second half.
And Lamar Jackson makes a lot of people look shaky.
And and come on now. One of those touchdowns that they gave up was like a 75-yard run up the gut where this cat just ran in a straight line past everybody. I mean, dude was running like he was chasing the back of the train at the end of the movie. And he jumped and tried to get his ankle and couldn't even get it. So, this is a huge win for Miami. That's a statement win. Statement win.
Yeah, it is.
They come away pulling it out, and I think they're at the top of the division.
I believe so.
Now, that's 2-0. They're 2-0. Yeah, top of the division. Top of the division. So
Top of the table.
That was actually pretty special to see. I saw that happen live, and I was like, okay, that's huge. That's what your quarterback is supposed to do in crunch time. He has to make that kind of play that he made to Waddle. Broncos.
They tried to give it away.
Broncos. Hey, listen here, guys. Maybe this ain't the year to ride. You understand?
Let's ride.
Maybe this ain't the year to ride. Let's ride.
Hey, if I give you a quarter Billy, we got to go somewhere.
Yeah, we can't be scraping by against the Texans.
Ooh, that's supposed to be the get right game.
That's supposed to be 35-10 every 17 weeks out the season. That's supposed to be 35-10.
I'm supposed to be coming out, resting my quarterback in the fourth quarter.
I don't know what to say. I still got a lot of questions about these Broncos now. They haven't answered any questions from last season. None. Not even at the quarterback spot.
Truly.
Be honest. And we'll get to this Arizona. We'll get to this Cincinnati Dallas game in a minute. But Arizona, this is another situation where, I kind of thought this game was over.
Yeah.
What do you have to say for yourself, Las Vegas? Y'all the ones who wanted Josh McDaniels. Now look at you. What are you, 0-2 now?
I think so.
Yeah, 0-2. One down in the division. Only one with no win. Only team with no win in the division.
It's been against good teams, at least, if you think the Cardinals are any good. I think the Chargers are good.
Yes, the Chargers are good. The Cardinals are a regular season squad. They're not a playoff team. They're not a threat for a Super Bowl in many people's eyes.
True.
And it was really the Raiders who were supposed to be the ascendant team in the AFC West.
I will say I'm not as worried about them as I am the Bengals.
Oh, yeah, the Bengals are in a lot of trouble. I think this is a better 0-2 than this 0-2 is, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Bucks proving that. I picked the Saints in this. I thought the Saints were going to bring something. Bucks beat them 2010. It didn't look pretty. Let's be honest. The Bucks don't look like the team that that people have been fearing the last couple of years. Their defense is still really good. Their offense is struggling. They're missing some pieces on the O-line, and with Jensen being out. And that's enough. That's enough to make timing just that much off for the quarterback stepping up into his throws.
Although
no Gronk, no safety blanket.
He didn't play the whole season last year, though.
Yeah, but he was there. He was there for a good portion of it.
He was there, at least. If he's tired doing Subway commercials, I'm sure Tom would love to have him back.
Oh yeah, you already know. So, and of course, the big story from the Tampa Bay game, Mike Evans suspended one game for, his personal fouls against Gardner, I believe it was.
No, Marcus Lattimore.
Lattimore.
They have history. They
got beef. They got
history.
real beef. They got, I see you in the streets, it's on site beef.
Yeah.
But, you know, Mike Evans, I mean, hey, man, I'll tell you what, he put that boy down.
Yes, he
He
did.
was talking shit to Tom Brady, and he put that boy down like a bad dog. Put him down.
You can see him telling the ref too. He's like, "What am I supposed to do? That's Tom Brady."
That's my quarterback.
When you say it like that, we'll make an exception for Tom.
You know, another big surprise. These Giants 2-0. They win a game, another game against the Panthers. Panthers are doing what we pretty much thought they'd do.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield doesn't change them. They still suck. But the Giants are starting to find an identity. And that's one of the biggest pieces of kind of resuscitating a franchise that's on the verge of death. It's finding an identity. Who are you? What is your mentality? And they are attaching themselves to this running game, to this, you know, more tough downhill mentality, which is a good spot to start if you want to start to rebuild your franchise. So good to see. You know, New York is at the top of the NFC East with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So, you know, moving from there,
When's the last
another
time
team.
both New York's won in a week?
Oh my God. Somebody got to look that up. When's the last time the Jets and the Giants both won on the same weekend?
Can't be recent.
I bet you no, the Jets, the Giants, and the Lions.
Oh,
The trifecta.
that's got to be in the millions.
You know what I mean? The hat trick. When is the last time that the Detroit Lions, the New York Giants, and the New York Jets all won in the same weekend?
Yeah, somebody already got it.
Oh, who got it?
10 years or 11
10
years.
years ago. Oh, no, 11 years ago. Both and the Jags. Okay, I see you. Throw it in there. Oh, our local football almanac.
Right.
You know what I mean? The Jags, Giants, Lions, and Jets have not all won on the same weekend since 2011.
Well,
Woo!
Lauren Boebert said it was end times, so crazy shit starting to happen.
Crazy shit is happening, boys. Lock in. But I think this is a huge win. I think this is a huge boost for a team that seems to be on the verge of like just being relevant, even though they haven't been relevant for decades.
Golly.
Now there's like a relevance there that is starting to feel a little bit different than in the past. And we'll see how Dan Campbell can nurture that.
I think Aiden Hutchinson had 3 sacks. Ugh.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think so. I think I might have missed the boat on this one. I mean, one game does not a career make, but for anybody to have 3 in one game, you're doing something right.
3 in one game means you made a good adjustment to something. You had something that you were doing in the game plan right that week. But moving on here, we got the Rams pulling it out. And look, this game was a little weird too, because there was a point when it looked like it was going to be a 28-3 reversal. Uno reverse. The Uno reverse card was about to get pulled out, and the Falcons almost came back to beat the Rams.
I told you we got to start spotting people so we can come back.
Yeah, because I mean that's the only way that it's going to work for them. No, but the Falcons appear to have some. They have something. They just don't have the last ingredient to finish off a team that they're either beating or to, you know, take over a game in which they're rallying. But you know, what can you expect? The 49ers. Here, look who what's it? What's the fucking how do you say it? Here he comes to save the day.
Oh.
It's Jimmy G. Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Hey.
Well. Who the fuck needs a quarterback now?
Good on you, sir.
You know,
Way
it's
to,
funny.
way to be ready when your number's called.
It's funny that you look at the situation with these 49ers and how blatant and straightforward they were with the simple fact in their mind that they were done with Jimmy Garoppolo.
I mean,
This
they
is
did that.
Trey Lance's team.
They did that man
They
worse
said it.
than Herm Edwards.
They stuck their chest out in the sky and was like,
He's the guy.
Trey Lance! Trey Lance! You are the future. You are the present. Jimmy Garoppolo, sit your ass down. We're going to try to trade you again. They've been trying to trade this guy for 5 years.
Yeah.
They've
And
been disrespecting the shit out of
And
this
all
guy.
they do is win.
And only thing he does is win games. I'm telling you right now.
They win when he
they
plays.
were going to lose.
They lose when he doesn't
They
play.
lose when he doesn't. They were going to lose that game with Trey Lance. They were going to lose. I'm saying it. They were going to lose that game. Trey Lance ain't ready. He doesn't appear to be ready.
Yeah, I'm not trying to disparage him or nothing like that. He might be a great player.
No, not at all. He might be a great player, but he's just not ready yet.
This was too
And
early.
this is another example of the NFL coaches making football into rocket science. This guy needs 2 or 3 years to cook. Give him 2 or 3 years to cook. You put him out there, and even in the preseason, he didn't look great. He didn't look ready.
And you ran him like a fucking fullback.
And then you start running him up and down the field like you think he's Josh Allen. He ain't been hit by these guys yet.
He's a big cat, but still, it takes some time to get acclimated. I mean, they said he only played 200 or 300 snaps of college football. He has a ridiculously small sample size of actually playing football.
Yeah.
And then to throw him out there, I mean, you never know. I mean, some guys could run through tackles all day and not have an issue.
That's the
Why?
gamble that these NFL coaches are taking that is such a stupid gamble to take. Why even take that gamble? Why? You know how vicious the hits can be, and you know that they're not letting guys ain't getting hit in the head no more. So they're even going to be shots that are really going to be more around midsection to your knees, and that all has an effect on those joints. And look, I hope he recovers. That he had successful surgery today, and that he's done for the season. Fibula and ligament distortion, they said, or something like that he had as well.
It looked like
I
thought it looked like Dak to me.
It's a broke.
He tried to get up though. He tried to stand up and walk the fuck off.
Nah, cuz
someone had to point. Somebody had to point to it. Like, hey, dog.
Yo, look at your ankle, cuz.
You might want to sit
This
back
shit is
down.
turnt.
But can you imagine, like the adrenaline and maybe other factors? Maybe some T-Train.
All those endorphins. Yeah, the T-Train. He didn't feel that because that tore it all.
Where you could try to walk off a fucking ankle that's rotated 360 degrees.
A broken fibula. You know what I mean?
Oof.
So look, we hope that he has a full recovery. They say he should be fine. But how karma has come full circle for these San Francisco 49ers once again. Now your team, your franchise, the future of it rests in the hands of old Jimmy Garoppolo once again. And what does he do? The moment he stepped on the field, I was watching this game in real time. The moment he stepped on the field, his first play was a 20-something yard smack dab on the money pass up the sideline that Trey Lance hadn't been able to make up to that point. And what happened at the end of that drive? They scored a touchdown. What happened in this game? It goes from everyone expecting Seattle to take over the momentum to San Francisco blowing their ass out. Jimmy G. Y'all need to respect this man.
Put some
Y'all been
respect on his name.
disrespecting him. Put some respect on this man's name. Y'all been disrespecting him too damn long. And all he does is come in and make it happen. He took y'all to a Super Bowl and to 2 NFC championships. And y'all been trying to get rid of him every time. Now look at you. You need him again. And he comes through.
Look where it brought you. Right back to me.
Oh, you know what? We got that. I think we got that in here. Oh, yeah. We got that. That's the truth. True. Woo. It's so hilarious. And Niners fans, y'all need to shut the fuck up. Y'all been crying all this time. We need a quarterback. But all he's been doing is getting y'all into spots to be great, to find greatness. He's gotten y'all the closest to greatness since y'all had Steve Young.
Yeah.
You understand? Oof. Idiots.
Yeah,
Anyways.
You
next
could be
game up here.
You could be Cowboys fans.
You could be the Cowboys if you want to really talk that shit.
Oh man.
You could be doing what the Cowboys are doing
You
right
know how
now.
much we would love to have been in a Super Bowl and
Oh
2
my
NFC
God.
championships.
You know how much the Cowboys would love to just get past the wild card round?
Oh shit.
Man, Green
Blessings.
Bay.
Blessings.
Green Bay pulls it out. They get their get right against the Chicago Bears. I don't think, I think I thought this was going to be a closer game, but I mean, I didn't see this with them being in Green Bay as being a game that they really, truly had a chance to win. They won against the Niners because of not only, their play, but the inability for the Niners to play because of the weather.
Yeah.
And that works out in the worser team's favor more often than not. But Green Bay gets things right. They look
Aaron
better.
Rodgers owns them.
Aaron Rodgers, I mean, come on now. The meme is just priceless at this point. He just don't lose to these boys for some reason. But they come out of that with the win. Now, there's a Monday night game going on with the Titans and the Bills, as well as the Eagles and the Vikings. So that's the doubleheader that will be going on tonight. But let's talk about this Cowboys-Bengals game. The Cowboys get their first win. The Cowboys look like a better football team with their backup quarterback. You know what that's going to cause.
Woo.
Quarterback controversy.
Hey, that thumb's starting to feel real good, ain't it, Dak?
Woo, look at him. Dak over there and warm-ups just.
Ooh, I think I can go. I think I can
the
go.
whole time.
I think I can go. Let me fire that pigskin.
Ooh. But this is the thing. We're not talking about the Cowboys in this in regards to, how they won the game. We saw, I saw the game. I saw how they, it was a solid win. They're more competitive against they looked better against the Bengals by far than they did against the Buccaneers.
Yes.
The Bengals are supposed to be a Super Bowl contending team. It appears that these motherfuckers got too drunk after the Super Bowl, and these boys has still got they got a splitting headache right now.
Yeah, the hangover is supposed to be when you win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This is hey, I'm worried for them.
So what we're gonna do here?
Ooh,
go ahead.
To go out and upgrade your offensive line after you've seen
entire offense, damn near the entire offense.
I think 4 new starters, I believe, after you saw last year's playoff run, and still come out here be on pace to have 70 fucking sacks.
Wow. I mean, look, this is a team that for the entirety of that playoff run, everybody just kind of was like, man, their O-line's so bad. If they were even 10% better, maybe they win the Super Bowl.
Just imagine them with like a middle-of-the-road offensive line.
And, they re-up this whole O-line. And in 2 games, and look, it takes time for chemistry to truly set in for offensive linemen as well. But they, I don't think it has anything to do with the preseason, because you've got, with the offensive line especially, being a group that needs communication to be successful. That's what training camp is for. That's what it's for, to build chemistry and cohesion among the linemen. That's one of the major gains. It's one of the major gains of training camp for offensive linemen is that the communication gets on, or you get on the same page very quickly. It's not something that it shouldn't take more than a few games to get communication down if you're playing in the season. But these are guys they brought in from free agency. They're not guys they drafted. They're not rookies. These aren't young guys. So you almost expect that chemistry to happen even faster.
Yeah.
So you don't need any games for it to happen.
Yeah.
These are all vets. But what we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at a few plays from the Cowboys-Cincy game. We're going to break this down because really it doesn't matter what drive you look at in this game. It doesn't. JB, you know this. If you getting ran, you're going to find yourself getting ran every drive.
Hey, they said, we got one over here.
We got one.
Should they have 5?
I'll never forget. We played against the Chargers at home. And I mean, I just was blocking this cat. And I'm like, man, they ain't running no games on third down. They're not doing no blitzes on this. I'm like, what's going on? Defense tackle's like, oh, man, we game plan for old left guard over there all week. That's the only cat we going to blitz all game because we know he can't handle it any way we give it to him. I was like, you ain't wrong.
That's a bad feeling.
You ain't wrong, brother. I'm glad I don't envy him.
Right.
Because I tell you what, when you get beat as a lineman with some kind of like flavor of the week shit, you have to stop it after the first one.
Because you know it's coming again.
You have to stop it. You have to stop it multiple times. Like you consciously are like, I cannot let him do that to me again. Because I'm going to see that every week from now on if he keeps doing that.
It's a copycat.
That's all I'm going to see. And I'm going to see different variations of the same thing. And that'll drive you insane because especially if it's something that you have trouble recognizing. Oh, man. Your life going to be miserable. But let's take a look here at a couple of plays. We're going to take a look through this drive here in the last, 13, 14 minutes or so. And I'm going to let you guys, or I'm going to break this down for you guys and let you guys see with your own eyes how shit can get real bad once there's a familiarity between the defender and the O-lineman he's going against. So let's just start off here. I don't even know what down it is. I swear to you guys, I just picked an offensive possession, and we're just going to look at it. All right, so they are in let's see here. They're in a 2x2. You got two receivers up top. You got tight end, receiver down bottom. This is a tight end as well, or a running back maybe, but I think it's a tight end. It looks a little bit bigger than a running back. So Let's go from here. Let's see what they're doing. All right. Okay, pocket was okay there. It looked like man-to-man coverage. But I think at this point, because this is in the first half, I think, well, you can see there. Let's run it back a little bit. Here's Parsons. He's the nightmare giver. They got two guys on him. They're running a 3-man stunt. This linebacker should be coming around, or he's either man in here, or he's going to add on as a blitz. He stays down. So you've got this 3-man stunt coming to the inside or rushing to the inside here. This guard here, you want to stay square. You don't want to turn like this when this is happening because look, this guy is if he's got a little bit better stunt here, coming from the outside to the inside, he's able to penetrate behind this guard because his back's turned.
Yep. If you get to that hip, it's over.
Yeah. So what happens as you look at the left tackle here? Let's look at how this affects the left tackle with this guard turning his body like that. He can't pass this off. Y'all are on different levels because there's a certain way you can handle this where you rock back each guy and you pick up the guy who's trying to split the line. You pick him up. The guard right here would bounce back to try and help stiffen, help to bludgeon this guy right here, keep him from getting into the backfield because this is what affects the quarterback here. He takes his eyes off his receivers because of that that cross stunt that ends up, opening up a gap for him. Yes, but this is not what he wants to do. He feels like he can't trust this inside move because now it leaves him open while he's got his eyes down the field on his backside.
And he's actually okay, but like you said, after seeing it so many times, I just don't trust it anymore. I'm just gonna take off and get what I can get with my legs.
And that's a dangerous thing for a quarterback. Exactly. It's dangerous for a quarterback. Very dangerous. So here we are.
He can move a little bit.
Lyle Collins. All righty.
Oh, God. Dog.
Ooh, yeah, buddy. You see it?
Too?
That was, he had to get that out. He had to get that out quick. All right. So why are we talking about this? This guy just got paid a lot of fucking money to come here and play right tackle for the Bengals. And he used to play for these guys. and he was their right tackle. So there's familiarity right here. There's familiarity, intimate familiarity.
These guys probably practice against each other a lot.
They've taken thousands of reps against each other. So he should know what to expect here, and he should know what to expect here. So you should know that this guy is a supreme athlete. You want him to take the long way. Now, what do? You got a wide base. You're reaching with your hand. You're not punching or striking, because if you are striking with this right arm and following it almost immediately with this left one, you stuff him.
Ooh, that was fast.
You see how quick he did that?
Ooh.
Oh, my God.
Ooh.
You see how quick he made that move? He went from here to there in no time. Just going look at him. He isn't even able to react to this. If he's still over here looking at all this. He's like, what the fuck? If this left hand shoots when this right hand reached, he would have caught Parsons. He would have caught him right above that. Yeah, right above his number, right in the chest. And it would have stood him up right there, and he would have been able to get himself right in front of him and just lock him down. But whew. And the rest of the O-line does a good job protecting there. They're fine.
Hey, it only takes one.
It only takes one. And it can't be the cat you paid tons of money to. It can't be him. It can't be him. If it's him, then we ain't got no solutions no more. Because what we going to do, bench him?
Right.
Nah. All right, not worried about this play. We're really focusing here on the passing game. On the passing game. All right.
Is this a trap?
It's not great. It's some reverse.
Okay, because they just didn't block a D tackle right there at all.
Go figure. All right, let's take a look here. Okay, he's checking out. Somebody moved. I thought I saw right guard moved. Back him up. Nice. Yep. Which actually, that shouldn't have been a penalty. You're actually allowed to do that. If he's readjusting, he can do that. That's not offsides. But they called.
Wow, I can't believe they called that.
They called now. Okay. Nope. They're passing.
He's shitting in his pants.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Did you see? He made him do a 360.
Wow.
Now, look. The rest of this offensive line.
There's a decent pocket everywhere else.
It's like, Jesus. You'd never want your quarterback to get done like that, ever. Look at this. What have you been doing? You know this guy. Look at it. See, you're reaching. You're
completely perpendicular.
All the way to the sideline.
Yep.
Look at everyone else's blocks. Look at this. That's good.
I could read numbers.
Waiting for this.
I could read your numbers.
You can read the numbers. If I can't see your numbers at tackle within your first 2 kick steps, you probably lost. You probably lost. Look at these guys. That's good. This is a game. They're running a stunt. This is a defensive tackle who's rushing through to this tackle here. Look what his guard is doing, making sure that you feel him pick up this guy. before you let him go and get ready. But he's ready. His eyes are right here.
Yeah, and you have time for that guy too.
You got plenty of time.
He's
And
still
then you
3
have
yards
your
away.
center. Your center's watching it too. He's got your back. This guy is the one who's one-on-one, and him. And you're even getting
He has a
chip help.
He has a chip if he gets beat, around the edge.
So the right guard is the only guy who is literally by himself on a block. Everyone else has help. You've got the running back. So what do you do here when you got a chip?
Make him run into the running back.
You make him run into the chip, and you sit on the inside half of him. You sit on the inside half of that block, so you can just sit down and snatch him up once he tries to avoid or takes on the running back.
Because we saw his ass get chipped last week. Fournette got all them ribs.
Fournette got everything, and it makes the tackle's job that much easier. You don't have to really do nothing. You just grab him, and then you hem him up. Now he can't do nothing. He's not strong enough. He's not big enough.
Yeah, he's a small man.
Now, will I say, what the fuck are you doing running back here? Why ain't you putting your elbow through his shoulder right there to knock him back inside? I would say that. But you know what happens? He still gets back inside. He throws off the tackle. He threw him off of him. He threw Lyle Collins off of him. This is dog shit technique. Dog shit. I'm telling you right now, I thought this guy was supposed to be good. I thought he's supposed to be good.
Right,
I haven't watched all of the snaps of this game. I just picked a random drive in the first half.
Whew.
And look at you. Look at you. This is awful offensive line play by one guy.
You're trying to block him out for a rebound.
Now you're trying to box him out because he just spun you around in a circle. Oh, that is embarrassing.
Now
that's embarrassing. And look,
Hey, I get it. He's really, really good.
He's really, really good.
And sometimes you gotta
know that.
Sometimes you gotta do unconventional shit. You gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes,
you know what I mean?
But you can't make a habit of it, and it's gotta work. It ain't working right here.
But also, and Justin, you know this, like I know this.
Damn, this is bad.
If this is what he's doing to you now, what was he doing to you in practice?
Boy.
Because this is the guy you went against all year in practice. In team periods,
they probably couldn't practice.
Rush,
they probably could not practice. I bet he wrecked practices.
I bet he wrecked the offense. He wrecked the offense's
hey, just take a break.
All the time.
Take a break. We gotta get some work done. We can't get shit done if you're in here.
Because this is bad, dude. Look, they actually have a very good. Everything is set here. Everything is set.
Yeah.
They have good protection everywhere else. Look at this. Look at this. That's beautiful. I love seeing that.
They can't get
this is a dude trying to impose his will on the tackle. The tackle's absorbing it all, and it's only when you see an offensive lineman's back bent like this. Generally, he's like stopping some kind of heavy rush.
Yep.
And
you shall not pass.
Yeah, that's the Gandalf block. You shall not pass.
This is like 99% physical strain. Like everything your body has.
Strain to stop this guy. And look, he's running his feet in the ground. That means he's doing it. He stopped him.
Yeah, he recovered right there. Damn, good job by him.
Oh, but look at that hit. Lyle, not a good look in the first 2 weeks, my friend.
I mean, they're going to run him. Oh, wow. Stepped under himself there.
Yeah.
But there's other problems on this play.
Let's take a look at this technique here. I mean, he's probably fucking shitting his shit right now.
I gotta block three of these motherfuckers.
Shit! He said, Packer! Slide in! Bring everybody! Okay, yeah. Now he's panicking. He's trying to get these. I mean, that's bad.
It's a really bad first step.
That is a terrible.
He doesn't get anywhere. Steps completely under himself.
He steps completely under himself. I mean, look, when you step under yourself for the audience, when you do this step, Only thing that does is makes you a turnstile. That's what they call tackles who do that, turnstiles. And you know what happens to tackles who turnstiles? They usually are going in and out of teams like a turnstile. Like they don't stick with teams, because the last thing I need for this $200 million motherfucker to have to deal with is to have this guy, the best athlete on the field, to just be having free reign to this guy's rib cage because you don't want to kick set and trust in the techniques you were taught. Look at how close together his feet are. How are you going to block somebody? There's no way. There's no way. I mean, look, thank God that he just threw the ball quick, because if he dropped back at all, he was going to get rammed. He was going to get literally destroyed. And he still got hit by, but look, I'm not even going to, the rest of the O-line appears to be blocking well, as far as I can tell. Lyle Collins seems to be the solitary problem right now. And he's the highest paid offensive lineman on that team.
Yeah, that play was a little problematic.
I want to see one more play.
But they were in like a 5 down protection, and they're running games. That shit's hard to pass when it's 5 down.
Yeah.
Basically, everyone's mano a mano, and you're going to be trying to pick up twists and shit. It's difficult.
Look at these motherfuckers. Oh, I'll be pissed.
Yeah,
I'd be mad seeing these cats over here.
I don't even know who you are.
Like, motherfucker, you ain't even on. They don't sell your jersey in the store.
You're not even on the scouting report.
For real.
You out here dancing on my ass and shit.
Okay, so this is on the tight end, but technically it should you're probably gonna, if you're an O-line coach, you're probably gonna give the sack to the tackle. Why? Because you went way too far to help. And this is the thing on play action in this situation. This is a play action. So you want to sell the run a little bit here. You want to sell it a little bit. But also, you want to be aware of what the defense does. If this guy goes away to a different gap, you need to help this guy because he's not a professional blocker. And this guy is still a professional rusher.
Yep.
So when he goes here, 73.
And look how tight
92
is.
First off, he trips. So first off,
oh wow.
Footwork, which means the splits in your stances, your splits are too tight.
Yep.
Because look, your first step, you trip over your own guy. Okay, you got your footing back now. You're trying to get everything back in place.
And
you got to get over here and help him down.
Enough.
67, you ain't even move nowhere. So
he got beat across his face.
Oh man, there's all kinds of
you
problems.
Can't get beat there. In this
cannot get beat here. This is the worst spot. That's the next spot.
Your help is to your left. Yeah, your help's to the left.
Yes.
You can't
get
beat.
Helps to the left.
Oh wow. This is poor.
So this is bad. This is really bad. This is actually fine, but it's too light. You're giving up too much ground.
Yeah. You have help coming. Be firm.
Yeah, you have to be firm. You have to be firm. You cannot give up penetration on play actions. Look, they can't even really run their fake through. Look, nobody believes this shit. Nobody believes it. Nobody here believes that this is a fucking run.
Yeah.
And they got Joe Dixon back, or Joe Mixon back there. Yeah.
He's pretty fucking good.
They got Joe Mixon back there. If they don't believe he's running the ball when he gets a look like this, then it means you're not doing your job. Now, with that being said, this is bad. This is very bad because, and he knows it, he has to be over here because this guy right here, he ain't ready. He is not ready. Look at him. He's not ready for this.
He did all he could. I don't expect any more from a tight end.
I don't expect nothing more from him. That's good for what. See,
I would have given him a plus.
Oh God!
Oh jeez, what the fuck was that?
Yo, look at this cat. Look at his progression here. Look what he does. Fakes. He looks. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! He dodged 3 people.
Wow.
Before he decided to run. Let's take a look.
Spicy.
Okay, so what are you?
Ooh, do they fake the game over there?
Hold up. This is the tackle right here, correct?
Yeah. I think.
What are you doing going here?
Oh, they had a couple of those.
You should be setting vertically with your eyes here and your arms, your left arm right here for presence in case they're running a stunt. Now it appears he's running inside of this. So you don't even need to pay attention to him no more. You need to be focused on the best athlete on the field.
So they had one later in the game. It was a empty set, and I think the Cowboys had like a snap front. So they had the two linebackers up in the A gap or whatever. And they
did they
fucking
let the A gap
slid.
in?
No. They slid to the left away from Micah Parsons.
Oh, okay. So we're
free-
just gonna give him a sack.
Yeah, like, okay, yes, somebody has to be on block, but it can't be him.
Yeah.
If anything,
Yeah,
we're going to
that's-
slide to him and let the other end be free. It's just
Wow.
bad awareness all around by this Bengals O-line.
Very bad awareness. Not very good at all. I mean, and look, again, I don't know what the O-line coach is coaching them to do, but this guy has to have a star over his name in the game plan. Like dangerous threat, like most talented on defense,
Like,
can disrupt games severely.
and that's when we
Have
try to block him.
prime folk- you know what I mean?
If you don't block
And-
him, he's going to fucking have a field day.
Exactly. So look, this is like he doesn't even know, or maybe they had a turn protection on here, but it
Could
doesn't
be.
make sense. I don't think they.
But
I
I don't
don't
know
think
why
you
you
have
would do
turn
that.
protection on with. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to do turn protection if you are. Let's see, what do they got here? They have just a regular four. This is what 2D tackles, 2D ends. They're standing up, but they're still D ends. You're in a nickel. You got a DB here, linebacker here. Van Der Esch is no threat. No threat.
Yeah.
He's no threat in pass rush.
Zero.
Zero. And I mean, look, you have a wide three technique. That's what this is. Why are you looking at him? You should be looking at him. He is like just going to be there to give presence so that you can get a hold of him, and then he's going to leave. He's not blocking him. And he's looking at you like, yo, you know this your guy, right?
I don't see him. I don't see him. Maybe if I don't look, I don't have to block.
He's like, hey, you know this is your guy, right?
Hey, you're blocking him, right? I used to hate that. Like, if a young cat would come in the game for some reason, and they like don't know what to do, they'll say, "Hey, you got him, right?" Like, no, motherfucker. I need the illusion slide. Fuck.
They're like, hey, man, shut your ass up. You don't know what to do. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Point.
You block the guy in front of you. Let me handle my business.
If nothing else, if you do nothing else as an offensive lineman, you block the defensive lineman. That's it. That's
Yeah,
it. If
what
you don't
about-
know what the fuck to do on this play, if there's a defensive lineman shaded on you at all, just block him. Just block him. And it'll probably not be so bad for you. But
It'll be
this
better
shit
than
right
this.
here, you don't even know if he knows that Parsons is there because he's not even looking. Look at it. He's not even looking.
This is tough.
When the ball gets snapped, he don't even look. He doesn't know that he's supposed to block him. He doesn't know that he's supposed to block this guy. This isn't turn protection. It's not. Because if it was, then this guard would be here with the tackle to block 92, leaving the center to block this guy.
Yeah.
It's not turn. It's a play action,
Ooh.
which on the backside of play action is man. Backside of play action is man.
You know what? Even if it was turn, this week we ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, hey, and Joe Burrow would have told you himself, nah, no turn. Jet. Jet.
I don't give a fuck if he's a 3 technique. Right guard, you're on your own. I need both of y'all blocking 11.
On 11. But look, like
There's
I said,
I refuse to believe that this is the game.
even if this is play action, this will be the front side of the play action. This will be the front side. Even if it was the back side, you would still be covering up the defensive end with the tight end on a zone. But this is backside, and even especially with a team like the Cowboys, which is a hybrid 3-4-4-3, this right here, even if it was a 3-4, we would still fan out. I would fan out to that backer, who would be him, or in a true 3-4, it would be this would be your DN, so you'd be fanning past him to pick up Parsons, still an outside linebacker, with your guard taking this guy. Still,
they're
there's no
blocking
scenario
this
where
like he's just a regular guy. Sometimes like in turn or some play action passes, yes, you come down on that 3. If that's a regular human being out there on the tight end, perfectly cool with that.
If it was a turn protection, yes, you might.
But this
if
isn't,
it was
like you
turn
said.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if it was turn 2 protection, which would send the whole line to the left, they're going to tell you, their coach is going to tell you, hey, you're going to provide presence here, but you're also going to provide presence for this ultimate athlete here.
The instant
you're not going to let a gap create here.
Yes. The instant 72 is under control, I'm fine at 11.
You need to go help the tight end. And you should know this, guard. He's only going to give you an instant of help, and he's going to go find the best player on their defense.
He's only helping
if
you get beat. If you get beat immediately, he's going to help you. That's it.
And then we're going to give you a minus, and we're going to give him a minus because that's not what we want to happen. We want him to not have to help you a lot so he can help this guy a lot. So either way, there's no scenario that any coach in any kind of game plan is going to tell you, don't block 11. Nobody's going to tell you that. Nobody. His O-line coach is on the sideline like, fuck, I got to find a new house. He's like, fuck, I got to find a new house. Holy shit, already?
Damn.
Ooh.
All right, Malik Willis, what you talking about?
Ooh, look at this. It went from 7-7 to 14-7 to 24-7. And this is in like less than 10. This is in 20 minutes. Hey, Jacksonville getting the AFC South, cuz. Yeah. Yeah. All right, now let's finish this out. We'll watch one more play after this. This is just bad. Now, look, this is panic right here. Look at this. Now he's panicked.
Ooh.
Oh! But it's too late. He's already getting his teeth knocked in, and he's about to get followed up with a concussion from behind. Oh, wait, no, that wasn't the quarterback. Damn, okay, never mind. That was a good job then blocking him. But this is bad. This is not the look you want as a guy who proclaims to be a top offensive lineman in the league, which I thought he was a good one. I didn't think he was a top one. I thought he was an upper tier, but not necessarily a top one. Sure. But if this is what you come to play with, bro, you're mediocre at the very best, because a mediocre player is going to be getting done like this against a superstar. I mean, my guy's running for his fucking life. All right, last play.
He's got to be upstairs at the GM today. Like, look, motherfucker.
What the fuck is going on? Hold on. No, they didn't. No, we didn't.
Is this the one? This might be.
No, we didn't.
This might be.
No, we didn't. There's no way. There's no way he did this. There's no way he did. There's no way he did this. Yes, he did. Oh my God. This is snap. This is what you're talking about.
Yeah, this is okay.
Van Der Esch.
So it wasn't empty, but still, this is the look. Look. Okay, This is comical. We have played against this look for years in the NFL. We played against it, and we understand. I mean, we played against this. This look kind of started in the AFC South. No, I'm sorry. Yes, AFC South. Tennessee started doing the snap front. They're the ones who started doing that. This is what happens. They're going to put, and they're doing this on purpose. They're going to put 2 linebackers in the middle, 2 D-tackle, defensive end, D-tackle, defensive end, 2 linebackers. This guy, he's walking around. He's not going to do shit. We know he's not going to do nothing. That's not why he's there. So if you are in a base protection, which no running back, but your tight end's in there as a running back. This tight end is lined up here to take on any A-gap threat here. And this side's A-gap has to be protected before anything else, because the quickest, the fastest way to the quarterback in any look is through the A-gaps. Fastest way. So this is the thing.
if they've shown this look at any point in the season, which you only got one game, but there's a likelihood that they probably ran this front against, Tampa Bay at some point. This is what, in base protection, which is a man protection, you would say, protect the A-gaps first, let anything come off the edges. That's fair game. Fair game. Now, let's take a look and see what they did here, because we'll know as soon as the snap goes based on the center. Okay, this is slide protection. This is slide protection. With the tight end / running back position, because this would be a running back normally, but they put a tight end in here because they want to shore up more with the tight end, a bigger body.
As much shit as we get tight ends,
blitzing.
They're better blockers than running backs.
Yes, and this is the thing. Know who your personnel is. He's not going to blitz. He's not going to blitz.
Even if he does.
Even if he does, he ain't getting there. I'm not worried about him like that. We're in slide protection. And if I'm the guard here, I know, hey, that's the tight ends guy. That's the running back guy.
Yeah, I can leave him. No problem.
I'm going straight here, and he's going straight there. These are These are who we blocking. Don't matter who's up in here.
Mm-hmm.
These are the guys we're blocking. He has him. On this side, this is slide protection now. It's not base. This is slide. The center is sliding to the best defender on the field.
Like, y'all should be 3 for 3 over there. You should be. I mean, I'm not gonna say you're good.
3 for 3. It should be a 3 for 3 block. Which, let's be, if we're gonna be. I mean, look, this guy hasn't shown that he's a superior, level blitzing linebacker. Which there are some in the league who are very fucking good at making this a problem.
Right.
At making this a problem. One of them played for Green Bay. One of them played for San Francisco. Very good at making that a problem. If he blitzes, it might as well be at the end.
Right.
But that's not the case here. This is just a guy from the Cowboys. Just a guy. Now, let's watch how this plays out. They seem to understand that this is fucking slide.
He doesn't know the offense.
He doesn't know the offense.
Or just offense in general.
There's nothing you can tell me to convince me that he knows what the fuck he is doing when everyone is turned on a 45-degree angle into their slide and he is setting straight head up like this is a man protection. Which you wouldn't, this like this is your guy. When you have number 11 on the outside. This is the guy right here. This is the guy with capital THE. He's the guy on this defense. How in the fucking hell do you not even consider, hey, you know what? I think, they gave me a lot of money to come here. And, I was on this team last year. I'm pretty sure this guy is still just as good as he was when he was on my team. When I was on the team with him.
I think he's pretty good.
I think I'm going to take him, and I think I'm going to make sure I get him covered up.
Let me at least try to block his ass.
This is beyond. Look, when I was sitting there thinking, man, this fucking Cincinnati O-line is shit still, I'm thinking it's like a combination of maybe miscommunications and just bad play, which the way he was getting hit so quick, yes, he got a couple sacks early, but usually, Joe Burrow's running and ducking up the middle, which means there's probably penetration that he's having to avoid that's, clipping at him. I'm thinking, man, it's got to be, maybe it's, this or that. And look at it. It's one guy. It's one guy. The highest paid guy. The one you gave the most money to out of 1, 2, 3 guys that you brought in. All these guys are new. And it's this guy who doesn't even fucking know. Marcus Lawrence is a fucking shell of himself. This is the guy who is a fucking problem. What? And look, he's even like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck? He is looking at this guy run free through his peripheral. That is how bad. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
What the fuck is that?
I mean, he's lucky no one else gets hurt right here.
You lucky this dude he didn't blow out Joe Burrow's. He didn't hurt Joe Burrow somehow from hitting him. He's unabated.
I mean, he rolls up the other tackle. I mean, just fucking.
Look at this full speed. Oh man. Oh, we're gonna leave it there.
He needs to be in the meeting room right now.
Oh my God, what is going on here? Boom.
Dude, that's called a shellacking.
But no, the moral of this story is that it doesn't matter if you get beat because a guy, or I won't say it doesn't matter. I'll say it's coachable to get beat by a guy because he's just he just has more talent. I can coach you how to play right, and you will lose to a guy who maybe is just that much better sometimes. It's gonna happen. But I can't help you if you don't even know who the fuck to block. And I don't understand how you don't know who to block because that's the guy you played with. You know that you're supposed to block him.
Everyone else clearly knew where they were going.
Clearly.
Like, are they speaking Spanish up there? What's going on? This is how coaches get fired.
That is how coaches get fired.
How do I explain this shit?
And I will
in
tell
my
you
meeting?
what. How do you talk to the general manager when he's like, hey, so how the fuck do we give up 5 sacks this week? 3 to Micah Parsons.
One time you didn't even try to block him.
One time, I mean, and you know, it's the GM. It's like, I mean, honestly, tell me now, does he know he's supposed to block him?
And that's when
I don't know.
That's when you got to start throwing cancels. You got to start throwing cancels on the bus.
Somebody's about to get backed up on real good.
Hey,
somebody's about to get backed up on.
I told him to block that motherfucker.
Look, coach, we put a fucking gold jersey on this guy in practice and said, this is the guy you have to block every play of the game.
Oh, man. See, that shit's so bad. We got to the point where we had to, being, super demonstrative with, hand signs and shit mid-game just so no one would get thrown under the bus. That's when you know.
I gave him the 5 down signal.
Yeah. There it is. That's 5 down. But did you make sure that he saw you give it?
Motherfucker, we're facing 2 different directions. I don't know.
I'm trying to block my man. I don't got time to worry about him.
But it appears that Lyle Collins needs to get his ass in the film room and watch him and Kyler Murray. Y'all need to get y'all ass in the film room and study this game. Because that, my friend, was an embarrassment of embarrassments for an offensive lineman. That's an embarrassment of embarrassments.
And like we said earlier, you're about to get a lot of crazy exotic looks now.
You're going to get, I mean, they don't even really have to. They didn't do nothing special.
Oh, true.
He just rushed off the edge. He just rushed. You didn't block him.
Every right end is going to be licking their chops.
They're gonna just line up behind the defensive tackle and see if you know to pick him up.
Hey, block him, dog. You don't gotta block me. Let me go.
I mean, that was so bad. I heard. You know what? When I was watching the game during the weekend, I wasn't watching it full attention, but I kept hearing Lyle Collins, and I'm like, he's either doing really good, or he's doing really fucking bad. Because they don't call an offensive lineman's name like that unless it's one of the two. There's no middle ground here. There's no middling. It's like he's dominating this cat or he is getting dominated. And look, those announcers don't even know what the protections are. So when they notice it, it's like, okay, you're sticking out like a sore thumb. Now us looking at it and looking at how blocks are going, we know what protections they're running. And come on, dude. You're running that's a 4-2 defense, 4-3 defense. They're not a true 3-4 at all. They line up like they're a 3-4 just from their stances, but they're a 4-3. And you will always block the defensive end. You will always block the defensive end. Always and forever. You will block the defensive end, Lyle Collins. Please don't embarrass yourself like that again on national television. But that is going to be it here for us on Lineman Life Live. We do appreciate y'all for being in here. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can get notified each and every time we go live and when videos drop from clips from the live stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We do appreciate y'all once again. Hope y'all have a good rest of y'all's night. The games look like they're pretty much done, even though they're not even fucking halfway through yet, I guess. But we will catch you all on Wednesday on our prediction stream. Urinating Tree 5-point vids will be live with us. And I believe we'll be having Dave Richard come on as well from CBS Sports HQ. So look forward to that. But until then, everyone, hope y'all have a wonderful night. We will catch y'all all on the next one. Peace out, folks.